Hey, what's up, guys? It's Candy from EpicFailVapeCo. I'm having a hell of a day today. Anyways, I'm gonna do a review over the Authentic Vertex mod. You can tell the difference between the Authentic and the clones, because on the Authentic, the Vertex goes this way, and on the clones, it goes this way. So if you've got one that goes this way, and they told you it was authentic, somebody lied to you. Anyways, I'm going to go over the pros and cons of this mod. I'm running the Airek RDA on it with a 22 gauge dual parallel 6 wraps of pyro wire. That's a pretty good wire. If you don't have any, it's expensive, but look into it. It's really good and it lasts a long time. It's not as soft as all the other, competition wires that you get. But it lasts, and so does hot wires. Hot wires is amazing. I prefer hot wires over anything, but, right now I'm liking the pyro wire. So anyway, I'm going to go over the pros and cons of this. When I first got this mod, it scared the shit out of me. Not because of how hard it hits, or how good of a mod that it actually is, because it has, hang on, I'll show you. It has a floating pin. See that? If you put your battery in too tight, see, there's another problem with it right there. If you put your battery in too tight, because you know how you like your battery tight in there where there's no wiggle room or whatever, you can't hear it jiggling and stuff. If you put it in there too tight, you'll push this button all the way down and it'll auto fire. So on these, I would say try to set your pin and then put your battery in first and then screw it in from this way, so that way you can tell if it's going to auto fire or not. So that way you can just do it slowly. Another thing, they put, let's see, right there, they put the vent holes on the bottom of the RDA, or on the bottom of the mod, right here. That's a vent hole. Okay, you see this right here, the pin, or the button? You can't push the button when it's locked. When you unlock it, the vent holes are covered up. What's the point in that? I mean, if it starts to vent, you're not going to know, because it's going to be, it's going to start getting really hot. That's the only way you're going to know that it's getting hot, Or that's the only way you know it's fixing a vent, is because of, the heat. Another thing is this switch. It comes undone very easily, so be careful. And then it's a bitch to put back on. Yeah, it's really badass. Knocking shit over. But other than that, it's a really badass RDA mod. Fuck, man, I can't get my shit straight today. It's a badass mod. It actually hits, fairly decent. Let's see. I think that's about it. It's all copper, inside and out. Well, not out. it's fully copper, but it's got the black coat on it. It's it's just painted black, but it is a copper mod. The only thing that's brass on these is your locking pins, or your locking ring, and your top cap. Everything else is copper. Your connections are copper. See, dang it. Your connections are copper, that damn floating pin, and if you can see down in there, it's solid copper, and then there's the copper pin, top pin. Alright, now, I use these batteries. The Emran 40 amps. These are pretty good. I do competitions and stuff, so these are what I compete with most of the time. Sometimes I'll use the Samsung 20Rs, but those get hot really fast. Like, the battery itself doesn't get hot really fast, it puts off a lot of heat. Anyways, You always put your battery in positive first. That's how it goes. Positive. Your negative wants to be on the bottom. For those of you that don't know how. For those of you that don't know how to put a mod together or how to put a battery in a mod, you should not be operating one. But other than that, everything else, it performs very well. So now I guess I'm just going to blow some clouds for you guys. Y'all can determine on your own what y'all think about it. These are pretty expensive mods. I won this one in a comp last weekend, so I've been spending my week trying to get used to it. But I mean, I've already got, you know, everything pointed out. See, look. How are you going to know if it's venting other than if it gets hot? Anybody that vapes knows well enough that if their tube is hot, to put it down and not use it. You know what I'm saying? Let it cool off. But you've got some of these people out here that claim that their mod blew up and, you know, burnt this or burnt that and da da da. Well, you know what? That's a user fault. You know what I'm saying? The user is at fault for that. If your mod gets hot enough and you're still sticking it in your mouth and it explodes in your hand, that's your problem. You should exercise caution. So yeah, it's a pretty badass mod. I'm gonna blow off some clouds. Thank you. Pretty badass mod, but sometimes your RDA and how you build your mods and stuff also, you know, can contribute to how well you're blowing your clouds and stuff. But always practice safety when using these. If the mod starts getting warm like it is now, first you need to lock it and then set it down, and do not use it again until it's cooled off. Almost said dry. Hell of a day today. Yeah, just, you know, practice safety anytime you're using your mods. Your RDA is not going to blow up in your mouth, just so you know. Your mod is not going to blow up in your mouth, just so you know. This one is not a hybrid mod, and it's actually just like a regular mod with the pins and stuff in it. And it's pretty good. If it was a hybrid mod, I think I would probably be even more scared of it. I'm not really scared of it, you know, anymore. It was just the fact that every time I put the battery in, it started, you know, auto firing. I didn't, you know about the floating pin. This is the first mod that I've owned. I've got several mods. I've got like 25 to 30 mods, and this is the first one that I've owned that has a floating pin in it. So be careful with that. But other than that, the Vertex is an awesome mod. I would say add it to your collection. You know, it hits hard, and the Airek is an awesome RDA too. It's, if you leave it open all the way, to me it's too much airflow. Some people like a lot of airflow, but a lot of airflow to me isn't good for density. So I like to turn it down a little bit, but that's just me. But the Airek is awesome, and look at that. Look how sweet that looks. That just, I mean, it's awesome. She's like, I don't know. Don't tell my girlfriend I said this, but she's beautiful. Damn, girl. Just kidding. Anyways, y'all have a good day.